On this episode of Picker Road, we are in the Las Vegas Arts District, and I am super excited because I am going to be having some vintage photography fun. You'll see a little bit more about that later. And I'm going to be touring Antique Alley, looking at fun historical items. There's going to be some mystery involved. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. And later on, I think we're all going to go thrifting.
Ooh.
After that, I think hamburgers might be in store.
Ooh, that sounds good. It's shaping up to be a fabulous day, so come on, join the journey. I'm Harleen, and along with my husband Gary and our son Will, we are a family of pickers. We travel the country finding treasures to bring to you. Along the way, we have great adventures. Come along with us. Join the journey on Picker Road.
All right, I am so excited. I am at the Fremont Photo Company in downtown Las Vegas. This place is absolutely amazing. I'm going to show you the inside in a minute. This is the Kodak Brownie flash that I bought at the Paris flea markets a little over a year ago. When we went to Paris, my one goal was to get a really great vintage camera, and this one was amazing. It was in pretty good condition, but for its age, it had a lot of wear, so I took it apart, I cleaned it up, I cleaned all of the glass. The viewfinder is pristine. You couldn't even see through it when I got it. So now it is ready to go. The inside of it is like brand new. This is Bakelite. That's how old this is. It's so cool. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go inside. We are going to buy a roll of film. We're gonna go take some photos down on Fremont Street, and then we're gonna take them back here and we're gonna get them developed, because this camera is untested. I want to know what this camera shoots like. So let's head on in. Hey, Jesse.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing well. How are you?
Great, welcome in.
This is Jesse with Fremont Photo Company.
Hey.
So, as I was just saying, this is a Brownie flash that I got in Paris.
Awesome, amazing.
And I need a roll of 120 color film.
You shooting downtown?
I'm going to shoot Fremont Street.
Amazing. One
Yeah.
of my favorite rolls to shoot downtown. It says still 400D.
Exactly. 400
Yeah.
should be perfect. Awesome.
Great for you.
Let's load it on up and let's head on down to Fremont Street, and then I'm going to bring it back to you later today.
Awesome, perfect.
Cool. We are loaded up. We are ready to go. Let's head down to Fremont Street, and then we're going to Antique Alley, see the Picker Road Boutique, and explore. Okay, so now we are down on Fremont Street. It's probably about 95 degrees out, a little warm. I am so excited to see what this camera can do. Is there a better place to do this than iconic Fremont Street, the heart of Old Town Las Vegas and the downtown district? Now, what's really cool about this is we've all gotten used to having cameras in our phones, just like the camera that's filming me right now. You can take a photograph and instantly review it and see what it looks like and see if you need to take another. This is mystery. I'm not going to know what these prints look like until they're developed, and every single one of them has to be perfect. So we're going to test this camera out, we're going to see what the shots look like, and then later on I'm going to take the roll back to Jesse, we're going to develop it, and then we're going to take a look at them together. All right, so I think our first shot is going to be a long shot of Fremont Street. I love the White Castle there. It's just, I mean, it's the perfect starting shot. And then we're gonna see what it looks like. All right, let's get our first shot in here. And, all right, we've taken our first shot. Now we've gotta spool ourselves to number 2. All right. I'm going to try and get a shot of the Fremont Casino sign here. I photographed this sign a million times. It feels so good to have real film in your hand and turn that reel and see the film turn. We're up to our 3rd exposure. Is really special for me. It's just like the weirdest, funny little memory. But when my grandmother got her first computer, the first video game that she bought for it was Golden Nugget Casino. And we would sit there and play Golden Nugget together. So I've just always had a special place in my heart for this place. It's one of the oldest casinos down here on Fremont Street. They have the largest golden nugget ever excavated in history. So I was really looking forward to getting this shot. I'm gonna get down here, line it up. We got a couple of exposures left. We're on number 5. One of the most iconic sites in all of Las Vegas, Vegas Vic, the cowboy neon sign that's been overlooking Fremont Street for, what, 70 years, I think? One of the cool stories from recent times is there's a stage right under him, and a few weeks ago, U2 performed a free concert here. Imagine you're on Fremont Street just having a fun night out, and Bono and The Edge walk out and start performing. Could you imagine? It was free, completely free. And get the Golden Gate Casino and Hotel Marquis. If I understand my history correct, this is one of the original casinos here in Las Vegas, one of the oldest histories. There's a plaque somewhere over there about how this was the first time a telephone was ever used in Las Vegas. So I'm gonna get down here and I'm gonna try and get that marquee in there. Let's see how much of it we can get in. You get some of the plaza in the background too, and that's gonna be my next shot. There we go, that's one. Advance it forward. And then I'm heading over here to the plaza. I love the history of the plaza. So one of my favorite James Bond films is Diamonds Are Forever, which was shot here in Las Vegas. And the plaza was still under construction when they were filming it. So there's a great scene where Sean Connery and Jill St. John are driving a 1971 Mustang Mach 2 fastback right around this corner, and they go on 2 wheels, and she's screaming and Sean Connery is as calm as can be. Absolutely hysterical scene. Now up there is Oscar's Bar, which is Oscar Goldman's restaurant. Oscar Goldman was the mayor of Las Vegas. Before that, he was a mob attorney, and he was so famous for that reputation that while he was mayor of Las Vegas, Martin Scorsese cast him as the mob attorney in Robert De Niro's Casino. So can you tell that I love Fremont Street and the history of it? There's so much amazing stuff here. I cannot wait to see what these pictures look like. All right, let's get the plaza in now. All right, I think it's time we head on down to Antique Alley, and I'll take my last couple of exposures over there. We have got so much more coming up, so we'll see you over there. All right, I am now at Antique Alley Mall in the Las Vegas Arts District. I just took my last few exposures with the film. Later on, we're going to take it back to Fremont Photo Company, and we're going to develop it and see what it all looks like. I don't know. There may not be anything on there. We'll see. We will see how this camera does, but I'm very excited. That's the mystery of film, and I love that. Hey, there's going to be a lot more mystery. We're going to go inside, we're going to explore, we're going to talk about history, and we're going to learn things. I'm going to learn things right alongside you guys. Let's go on in. All right, we are starting out in the Picker Road case. This is separate from the boutique, as you know, if you've watched any of our episodes. We have a case up in the front of the store, too, because we just had to expand. It's so much fun. This is where we keep some items that should be kept under lock and key for various reasons. But as you can see, this is a lot of fun, and there's so many of the treasures that you probably recognize from picking over the last year and a half. A lot of Harlene's jewelry and so many wonderful collectibles. It is always so much fun to look in here and just see what we have, what's new, and, remember where we found all of these things. Oh, look at that George Briard tray there. That is so cool. Harlene is asking $39 on that. And then there's those incredible Japanese brutalist ladies, the 3 sculptures there. We got those picking with Danny the Niche Lady. And then a piece of Tropicana slot glass. You'll never see that again. The Tropicana is officially gone. They're going to be imploding it in just a few months. We had a wonderful few hours there right before they closed, the last day that they were open. That was quite a memory. I'm never going to forget going there on their final day of operation. All right, let's keep exploring Antique Alley. I am in a case with a lot of my favorite items in here. We are talking Las Vegas history. Now, there's some chips here, including this $1 chip from the Golden Nugget, but then there's a lot of ones that I think are really cool because they're from casinos that don't exist anymore. Like back there, you see those $5 chips from the Aladdin. Now, the Aladdin still exists as a building, but it's no longer the Aladdin. About 20 years ago, it was completely remodeled, a new tower was added to it, and it was reopened as the Planet Hollywood. Just like that, over here, you've got the Hard Rock Hotel here in Las Vegas. You see those are from 1995, 1996 era. The Hard Rock closed down a couple of years ago and was reopened as the Virgin Hotel, owned by Sir Richard Branson. There are so many incredible chips here. And then right above, we've got authentic casino playing cards. We were just over there at the Golden Nugget when I took that picture of the marquee. Very special place in my heart. They are asking, I do not see a price on these. It looks like $7 a piece on them. So those are great. And then down here, we've got Hard Rock pins. Of course, I collect Hard Rock pins from all the Hard Rocks that I visit around the world. And then we've got old matchbooks. Look at that one there from the Cow Palace. You hear my father Gary talk about the Cow Palace all the time. When he was growing up in San Francisco, he saw concerts there all the time, and he loves to tell people those stories. You know, that's kind of where I get it from. Our family, we love to tell stories, and I think that's a beautiful thing because it keeps the history alive. Looks like we've got some vintage postcards here. Let's take a look through and see what we've got. New York City Town Hall. Oh my goodness. Look at this one. The Queen Elizabeth passing over Lower Manhattan. Old ship, 2 funnels. New QE2 has 1 funnel. Somebody wrote on there. That is fantastic. I collect vintage steamship stuff. So at $2, that is going to be mine now. Let's see what else we have here. Really fun stuff, and I love vintage postcards from around the world. They give you a glimpse of a moment in history that is gone or has changed significantly. Look at that. That's Gettysburg. That's Civil War reenactors at Gettysburg. Isn't that something? All right, these are great. Well, I'm going to definitely take this one and add it to my personal collection. Let's keep on exploring. We are now in the back of Antique Alley where our good friend Jimmy, who has just the most incredible collection of rock and roll memorabilia, has a lot of his stuff. If you've watched any of our lives from here, you've seen him in the background. We're going to get him on the channel at some point to talk about his incredible history with rock and roll music. This is something that really fascinates me. It appears that in the recent years, tickets to concerts have become a highly collectible item, and not just old tickets. Look at these right here. So this is a ticket from Hollywood Vampires in 2019. Now that, of course, is Johnny Depp's band. And then there's one here for Van Halen in 2007. So I'm really intrigued by this because I have kept all of the tickets that I have from all the concerts I've gone to, and I've got ones going back a good 20 years, so I might have to check and see what some of those are worth. Look right here, we've got an Aerosmith one. I'm trying to see the date on that. 1978. Wow, that's very cool. Could you imagine going to those concerts? Oh, I wish I had the chance. We are at a new case that just recently opened here at Antique Alley, and I'm really excited to meet the owners of this one. I have not met them yet, but they've got really interesting taste, very similar to mine. Starting down here, look at that set of 4 Star Trek mugs. Those are from Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, which is celebrating its, and it's hard to believe I'm saying this, its 40th anniversary this year. I just saw an advertisement that it's going to be back in theaters. Now, you've seen me talk about it before. I had that exact Darth Vader action figure case when I was growing up. That was a hand-me-down from my brother David. He gave me his, and it was full of all the original Star Wars action figures, which are probably worth a pretty penny now, but I played with them, he played with them, we enjoyed them. You know, there's a lot to be said for really just enjoying your toys and not putting them in a case and putting them in a closet and letting them collect dust for 40 years just to make an extra, $50, $60. I have such good memories of playing with my Star Wars action figures. Now, coming up here, this is why I'm really excited to meet the owners of this case. This is their art. So their art is called Trash Robot, and I think it's absolutely hysterical. Look at these custom pieces. There's one here, and then there's one here. This is called the Tank Robot. Isn't that great? I just think it's a fun way of repurposing art. They obviously have the same taste in cameras as me. They love their vintage photography. And then up here, look at this artwork of R2-D2. Isn't that great? I really like the style here, and I'm looking forward to meeting them at some point. Well, I came over to this booth because I saw the Star Trek Enterprise model, and what I think is really cool about this is a custom piece. So what they did is they purchased an Enterprise D model from Star Trek The Next Generation, and they put their own custom artwork on it to make it into the USS Yamaguchi, which is something that I know Star Trek fans do all the time. They customize to their favorite ships. It may have only appeared in a single episode, but for some reason it struck a chord with them, and then they wanted to honor it, and I think that's so much fun. There's subtle differences in this one from the Enterprise that everyone knows from the TV series. The reason why I'm still here is because I am looking at this incredible Zenith stereo system underneath. Look at this. This is a Zenith Cobra-matic. It will play 16, 33, 45, and 78. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine in the 1940s when somebody brought this home and had it, well, they didn't bring it home, they had it installed, but they had the top of the line product. You imagine having dinner parties and turning on the radio or playing your favorite record, having everybody dance. This is a beautiful piece of not only functional equipment, but also, furniture art. Look at the wood lines. Look at the artistry that went into it. It's just stunning. I love it. Well, this is very affirming to see. If you watched our recent video at the Santa Barbara Flea, you saw that I purchased several of these boxes, and I paid, I believe, $7 a piece for them, and they're offering them here for $30. So that's good to see that I was right on the money in getting those, and a really nice, profit. All right, looks like we've got a bin of vintage photographs in here. Let's take a little trip down memory lane. The first one that I see here I think is really cool. This is Bela Lugosi in Dracula, 1931 from Universal Pictures. Now, one of the really unique things about this version of Dracula is that they actually shot two movies at the same time. So during the day, they would film the English version of Dracula starring Bela Lugosi, and then at night they would reset all of the sets and they would bring in a whole nother crew of Hispanic actors, and they shot a version of it in Spanish. So there are actually two identical versions of Dracula, and the star of the Spanish version, her name was Lupita Tovar. She actually lived to be, I believe, 103 years old. I got an autograph from her about 15 years ago, and it's just really an incredible story about how they were able to make two movies at the same time using the same sets, costumes, dialogue, everything. They just changed it into Spanish, and you can go out and watch that film to this very day. There are so many really cool black and white photographs in here. Look at Charlton Heston. That would be from Ben-Hur, of course. He's got the rope in his hand from the famous chariot race scene. Oh, these are so great. Now, of course, they're recent prints. They are not true vintage prints. There are certain indicators that would show if they were true vintage ones. Lucille Ball, look at that. She was the best. With Ricky, of course, with Desi Arnaz. Just fantastic. Oh, I could probably spend an hour going through all of these. Sabrina, Humphrey Bogart, Audrey Hepburn, and William Holden. I love the scene where he sits on the glass and he screams out. It's so funny. I mean, it's painful, but funny. Now, these are so cool. Look at these reproduction retro Disney attraction prints. If you've ever been to Disneyland, then you know when you're walking into the park and you go under the two tunnels, there's a tunnel on the left and a tunnel on the right, which is kind of the portal into Disneyland. There's all these attraction posters up. And this Pirates of the Caribbean one has a very special place in my heart because I have one of these that is autographed by Xavier Atencio. He went by X Atencio, and he was one of the original Imagineers. He worked on all of the rides. His voice to this day is still in the rides in the Haunted Mansion. He's the skeleton trying to get out of a coffin, yelling, "Get me out of here! Get me out of here!" He was a relentless supporter of Disney's legacy, and all the way until his death in his late 90s, he responded to every single fan letter that kids would send. And I wrote a letter to him with that poster attached, and he sent it back autographed. And we actually had a really lovely correspondence for a while. And it was just such a wonderful Disney memory that I treasure to this day. Now, down here, you've got Star Tours, which, of course, changed the game for Disneyland. When that opened, that was one of the biggest crossovers in the world, to have George Lucas, Star Wars, to go into Disneyland. Next to it, you got Space Mountain, which is going to be celebrating its 50th anniversary in a couple of years. That's kind of hard to believe. And then look at this one here for the submarine voyage. That is so cool. I remember the submarine voyage. They closed it down many, many years ago. They revamped it to Finding Nemo and then closed that down. So I don't think it's accessible now, but I have memories of my first trip to Disneyland back in, I want to say 1992, where it was still running and I was able to do that. So much fun. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is another new booth here. I have not had a chance to look at the stuff in here. This is stunning. This is a epic stained glass lamp. Look at this. They are asking $549 for it, and I think it is worth every single penny. Now, it looks like there is a signature down there at the bottom. I cannot read it from this angle, and I have no additional information on it, but I am just in awe. I want to make sure that I get all the angles and you see all the colors, the way that the light shines through. And then there's an additional light down here that illuminates the peacock's tail, and then one that illuminates the body. Isn't that just a stunning piece? Oh, if you are decorating and you are looking for a statement piece for a room, this would definitely be the one to get. Now, if you see something in one of these videos and it's not from our booth, or if it is from our booth, you can contact Antique Alley directly, and they can arrange shipping, they can arrange pickup, they can do all sorts of things. That's the beauty of this location. Their phone number is right on their website, and I have a feeling that it's at the bottom of the screen right now as well. Look at all the Annalee Christmas items. Hey, we are going to have a huge Annalee sale when we do Christmas in July. We got that incredible lot a few weeks back. All right, let's keep exploring. Oh, look at all these object-to-art trinket boxes. As you know, these are one of our frequent pickups, and we've had several of these before. Look at the fire helmet one, work of art. That's the official object-to-art label. I think these are just so fascinating. They're so well constructed and they're so beautiful. They're just lovely little items to have. They're gifts that you can give out. I just purchased and sold this four-leaf clover one a few days ago. So it's really fun to see. That USA one is a great 4th of July gift. Well, this is like catnip to me. Look at all of these vintage Post, Life, and Look magazines. I mean, these are the gateway to history. You have history books, you have biographies, but what I love about vintage magazines is that it can tell the story from the perspective of that exact moment in time. The person who's writing that article was living through the events. So there's so much to be said about that perspective. And I just think it's fascinating to see the impact of the British royal family. Look at these. These are two different magazines from different periods, but you see the constant impact that they had. You've got Queen Elizabeth on one side, Princess Margaret on the other side. There are probably a million stories just waiting to be told in all of these magazines. Oh, look at that. Look at Harry and Bess Truman in 1955. So this was obviously from the period where he was writing his memoirs in Missouri. Wow. My best friend Tyler would absolutely love that. He is a Truman scholar. There are so many fascinating ones here. Julie London, Films Find a Singer. Oh man, I could spend hours here, I'm telling you. And then, of course, the Saturday Evening Post was iconic for its Norman Rockwell covers. Haha, just fantastic. Well, look who decided to join me. It is always fun touring Antique Alley. There's so many amazing things in there, so many stories, so much history. I absolutely love it. Hey, we need to go take that roll of film to get developed, and then I think it's time to go thrifting. All right, that was so much fun going down to Fremont Street and photographing on this true vintage camera. We are back at Fremont Photo Company, and we are going to get it developed. We'll see the finished product in a little bit.
Okay, Will, we're at Savers. Let's give it a shot. We haven't been here in a really long time, so let's just see.
You never know what you're gonna find.
You never do. Want a trophy?
Oh, there's a lot of champions here.
All right, let's see what they have. It plays Evergreen, the Barbra Streisand song. Oh, that's so pretty. That's pretty. Let's see what else we can find. What's in these? You know me, I always gotta have to see what's in the box. We have those laser cut paperweights.
What is that for?
World
Market Center.
It's a promo giveaway.
So if you don't know, the World Market Center is a very large showroom building here in Las Vegas where they do trade shows.
Now look at this, New York, Las Vegas. I wonder if that's old. What do you think?
Start spreading the news.
Look, 'cause it's a drink.
I have a big chip
Where?
on the top of the leaf.
Okay, so we're gonna sing this one, I guess.
New York.
All right. Let's see what else we have. Oh my goodness! Look at the. You have to say.
Yeah.
You have to say hoot for everyone.
I give it an Omni Hoot.
Omni hoot. There you go. All right. Let's keep looking.
You need a zebra?
I don't know. What do you think? Do we need a zebra?
His ears are tiny compared to the rest of him.
I know. And he has no price. And he has a broken leg.
Aww.
Sorry, zebra. Let's see what else. We have some plates here.
Hufflepuff. Little Harry Potter.
Is that one of the schools?
Yeah, it's one of the houses of the school.
Aha. What is this? This is like a piece of clay art. Oh.
It's a mask.
It's a mask
A hanging mask.
of kinds, of forms.
Interesting.
$14.99. That's aggressive pricing, I would say. Let's see what else we have. Oh, look at that doll. She's lovely. She looks like she might be from India or Pakistan, maybe. But she's lovely. We have a colonial doll right here. Bradley. All right. Oh, bingo. Oops.
What number?
N35.
Miss.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, so now look here. We got a Funko of Martin and Eddie from Frasier, but they won $20 for it. And is it just me, or is he the invisible man?
He's invisible, so
they won $20 for the box.
just a box. Hashtag.
Savers fail?
That's it.
Okay.
All right, let's see what else.
There's so many
Oh,
trophies.
look at this bird. Too bad it doesn't have the rest of it. Isn't that beautiful? A little pretty bird. All right, looks like we might be, well, I was gonna say in holiday, but no, I think it's just a mixture. I see holiday things, I see regular things, candles, purses, all sorts of things. Look at these birds. Those are pretty. Those are Voices of Spring. What kind of bird is that? It doesn't. Do you see the name of that bird? I don't.
Spring of Gunther Grangel's Four Seasons.
I didn't
think
see
it's
it.
supposed to represent the seasons rather than
Rather
the
than
birds.
the birds. Oh,
Aw. You just want me to keep saying
I
it.
do.
He's a hoot. They're a hoot.
They're a hoot. They're plural.
Sorry, left owl.
And these look like some handmade candlestick. No, I think those are actually not. They're trying to look like they were, but they're not. Mass produced. Now this is where you could find a classy baby. This is I bet this is Coco Joe's. Yep. Coco Joe's.
Hoppawood.
Wood from Hawaii. But they want $7 for it, and that's really too much for this. It sells for maybe 15, maybe 18, but probably 12 to 15. And if they want 7, that just really cuts down the profit. So I'm going to leave that.
Hey, do you need to cut holes for buttons?
No.
It's a Singer button holder.
Oh my goodness.
I just want to look at this for a second. What year is this from? Look at that artwork in there.
Oh, schematics.
Schematics, yes. It does not have a date on it. I'm guessing this is from the 1950s or 60s?
I don't know. I think they might have made them into the 70s, but I think you're right. The Singer Company. I don't think I can get a date on. Let me see. Yeah, 1960. Look at that.
1960 by the Singer Company.
You were right.
Wow. And how much are they asking for that?
$400.
$9 for it.
Oh, they went down on that one.
Let's keep going.
Let's do it. Let's see what they have for us in the vases. Look at that. That's plastic. Never mind. Let's see. I'm just not seeing anything at all. How about you?
Nope, I see a fish.
Really? Oh, that's some sort of planter, as is. So let's examine this. They put this out with all this cracking and breakage.
Goodness.
It's broken here, broken there. Now we're all for things not getting thrown out or going to the landfill, but sometimes you just got to say uncle instead of slapping a price tag on it. Oh, look at the egg basket. That's sweet. For the right time of year. What is that? Look
It's
at that.
a vase. With,
That looks very Grandma Moses.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I think it's Salt Lake City.
Really?
Isn't
There's
that
the tabernacle?
the tabernacle? And
Maybe. But then you have a windmill.
yeah, there's a windmill then. I'm not sure.
I'm not either. It looks like, it almost looks European though.
What does it say there? Escorial?
I think it's European.
Yeah.
But it has no markings on it.
Yeah. Huh.
Definitely different.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that one. That's a new one. All right, let's see anything else in the vases. I don't see anything. Let's check out these baskets. Let's say it says, wow, sure, FTD. All right. Ooh, let's go to the baggie wall.
Ooh, we're doing baggies?
Yeah. Do you need to wrap any coins, Will? Oh, look at these little dishes. What are they?
What does it say in there?
I can't see.
Are they melamine?
I think so. They're mass produced though.
Ah.
We got little salt and peppers, little pumpkins. A bunch of used crayons. Yay! Look at this. You got a little gnome village.
You gnome it.
Little gnome village going there. I think a lot of people collect gnomes. It has to be really good. There's another gnome village. They're all kind of, let's say, inexpensively done. Let's see what else. Do you see anything else?
Pine cones.
I love baggies. I wish we could find something good. I have found so many things in baggies.
The last time we were here, I found that piece of Namaji pottery.
You did. I remember that. Well, I guess today is not a baggy kind of day. All right, let's try down here at the mugs. What kind of mugs do you think we're going to find? Anything good?
I think it's going to be the kind of mugs that hold liquid.
Okay, look at this. The apple, feel that. It's like a bas relief.
Ooh.
$2.49 and GHA. It is signed. Ooh,
Oh my.
that's what you'd never want to see in a mug.
It's seen some hot apple cider.
It has seen some hot something. Let's see, anything else? Oh, that's kind of cute. This is what an awesome teacher looks like.
Aw, good gift.
Yes, absolutely.
He's a hoot.
There he is. And
He's a hoot too. Home essentials. Now I'm always looking for the ones that are actually the Owl brand.
okay.
There's a mug that's Owl brand, and those are cute and they're popular.
All right. Who is this guy?
Who is that?
I don't know.
Say on the side.
It says Portnoy Gallery. Neil. He's obviously an artist, I believe.
Huh.
That's interesting. I wish we knew who he was. We might be more inclined to want to pick it up.
Oh, look at this.
What do you see?
FAO Schwartz when it was at the Forum Shop.
Oh,
So
that's where
years-
my cat came
Yes,
from.
years and years ago, FAO Schwartz had a satellite store here in Las Vegas that had a gigantic Trojan horse in front of it. This was like 3 stories
There's
tall.
the horse right there.
And you could climb it You could go to the different levels, and we would always go there when I was a kid, and I would get to pick out a toy. It was so much fun. It was something I always looked forward to when we would visit Vegas before we lived here. And then when I was a little bit older, my grandmother and we collaborated, and we got you a little Steiff kitten from there.
I love it. It's one of my favorite little possessions. It's a beautiful little white Steiff kitten. I love it so much.
You know, this is only $1.99.
I'm
think.
yeah.
Do you
I'm
see
gonna
any
get
chips?
it. No chips. I've got to have it.
Yep.
Got to have it just for the memories.
Good memories.
All right. Let's see. Platters. You've got a little teapot of Noah's Ark. Unfortunately, it's chipped and broken and poorly made.
Oh, darn.
Otherwise than that, it's perfect. This is pressed glass, but it has a little, feel that. It has a little bit of sharpness to
Oh, it
it.
does.
What is this on here? Oh, it's the bicentennial.
Mm-hmm.
The bicentennial plate. Okay, let's see if we can see anything else down here. We've moved into more kind of like glassware. What kind of mug is that? That's not Starbucks, right?
World
Market. Oh, that's cute.
Mikasa.
Casa. But it's cute. Look at the little rabbit.
It is.
That looks like depression glass
Let's see.
right there.
Uh-huh.
It's unfortunately the gold is extremely worn off.
Yeah.
It could use a good cleaning, that would be fine, but
No glow.
oh, we are trying so hard to find glowy glass for Gary.
I'm looking everywhere I can to find it.
We will always help him. Let's see what else we have. Look at that. Is that a fake cake? It's ceramic, so you put that over your cake to keep it fresh
That's the
and
icing
moist
on the cake, I say.
and delicious. You know, what do you? I mean, I should know this, but I saw that on a movie the other night. Someone asked, are you a cake person or a pie person? If someone asked me, I love pie, of course, but I'm cake all the way.
I'm an equal opportunity eater.
Put in the chat, who's cake and who's pie? I want to see what the overriding selection is. Cake or pie?
Fifth Avenue crystal made in Poland. I wish that was not white.
I know. Could you imagine if that was like a blue?
Mm.
Oh, so pretty. Look at the size of this platter. No markings. Alrighty, dighty. What is this? What is that?
Kind of a country scene?
This, I have it upside down.
They're on the ice.
So it's very much like a Christmas platter.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely, lovely. All right, let's keep moving. I think that's missing its lid, though.
Yeah, and chipped.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's keep going. So this end cap is somewhat color coordinated for kind of black and white. You got a cute little cover to a butter dish, a pig, but no bottom, a little bit of wear. And look at this. It's
Yeah,
Ace
so
of Spades
I was
box.
waiting. I wanted to tell you about this.
Yeah.
So this is Ace of Spades, which is a champagne
Oh.
which can sell at clubs here in Las Vegas for upwards of, and I am not joking when I say this, $100,000 a bottle.
Whoa.
So the boxes that the bottles come in are highly collectible. The only thing is, they have to be in perfect condition because you're displaying something on your bar like something very high end, and all these scratches just don't play well for it. So asking $7, it's just, I don't think the money's there. You know that we've purchased many of those hand painted tequila bottles by
Yes.
Clase Azul.
Yes.
Those are very collectible too because they're hand painted, but those always have to be in good condition as well.
Mm.
So that's why I would pass on this box here.
Yeah, it looks like it has really been through the ringer.
Somebody had
Oh.
a party night out.
Look at this cat. I like this. We had to get rid of the kids. The cat was allergic.
Aww.
Aww, that's so cute. Really, really cute. All right, so clear glass. Now, the reason why we still do a lot of clear glass is because this is where sometimes, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, but this is where sometimes the glassy babies get put. Now, see, here's this shape right here. That's a little bit smaller than a glassy baby, but see, the basic shape is the same. So it could easily get thrown in the mix, as they say. Oh, look at these Snoopy glasses. Everything's worn off. That's what happens when they go in dishwashers. But you know what? You want to use something and you don't want to hand wash it. You can't really fault anybody.
I hand wash.
You do. All right, let's keep going. Do you see anything now? Now here, do you see any of your Culver
Oh yes, always
shot
looking.
glasses?
Always looking.
Yeah.
They always have to be the gold lined.
Mm-hmm.
Like for instance, I see this one here.
Yeah, what does that
but
say?
But it's got a name on it, which means it's much more recent.
Okay. All right. Then there's some dishes here. We can look for some old dishes. It's been so long since we found any Hadley. I think it really is because the company did go out of business. I've heard that it did start back up, but I think there really was a disruption in production because we used to find M.A. Hadley everywhere. And now it's been a long time. Oh, we've got a little dainty demi-tasse, which says mother means love. Very sweet. Very, very sweet. These are pretty. Very Victorian looking. They are fine china, fleurette. They were made in occupied Japan.
Ah.
Those are old. Look at those. Very, very pretty. And they want, oh, that's not too bad actually. They want $5.99 for all 5 of them. So that's not too bad. I'm not picking them up because, there's a lot of shipping here for one, but they're just, I don't know how saleable they are. So let's go to this end cap over here, Will. Oh, look, a little Christmas tree. They want, okay, let's change that. Half of a Christmas tree.
Uh-oh.
This is Telavera. They're telling us it's Telavera. Let's see what else we have here. Now, the other one was black and white. Now, this one is blue. Let's see, these look like they might be redware. Nope, made in China. Let's see. This is the right color.
Got a shell.
A shell.
A $10 shell.
$10 for that shell. Wow, that's
Is the pearl still inside?
I don't think so. I don't think so. That's kind of I don't know what. Let's see. Let's keep going. So this is kind of I don't know, coordinated to springy, pretty. This is actually a very pretty tin with these irises on it. If it was in better condition, I would definitely consider it because it's very beautiful.
Is that a tribute to Van Gogh?
I don't know. It's not quite like his irises, but it's pretty. And what is this dish here?
I'm guessing not Lenox.
It would like to be Lenox, and it's not. It's just a different feel.
Yeah.
Lenox is such high quality. You can just tell the difference. Well, I think we've done most of the hard goods. Do you want to check out the jewelry?
Sure thing. Well, as we were popping over to the jewelry, I noticed this on the shelf in the book section, and I just had to pick it up. The Titanic End of a Dream. This is copyright 1979, so there's a very unique perspective to this. This is written 8 years before Robert Ballard actually found the wreck of the ship, so there was so much still unknown about the incident and what happened that night. I just think this is fascinating. You know what? Every single thing that I have ever purchased about the Titanic and put into the Piccaro boutique at Antique Alley has sold almost instantly. So I am going to definitely grab this.
Good pick, Will. Good. Okay, so we're at the jewelry counter, and I'm looking at earrings first, just to see what they have, if anything.
If you see something of interest, let me know and I'll zoom in on it.
Okay. I like those ones right there.
Those?
Yeah, but they're not, that's $11. That's too much of it. That's a ridiculous buy-in. I can't do that. Let's look over here. What are these? Anything here? Their pricing here is just really high. Now those are interesting, those red ones. But again, those are $9.
$9.
Let's see, down there, look at the necklaces. Do we see anything down there?
I'm looking.
I don't see anything there. Look at these over here. What is that? No, I was looking at that, see if that was a stone. These are all just costume jewelry necklaces. I don't see anything of finer quality. Okay, so we came over to another section of the jewelry case, and I found these. Do you guys see what these are representative
Ha
of?
ha 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 ha.
Vermeer's girl with a pearl earring. I think those are hysterical.
That's really
I
funny.
love them. I just think that they're well made too. They are plastic, but they're well made. So I think I'm going to pick these up. They're just too funny.
Nice.
I got to do it.
All right, moment of truth. I just got the photo prints back, and I am so excited to see how they turned out. It was such a joy buying this camera at the Paris flea market, cleaning it up, restoring it, loading that first reel of film into it. All right, let's see how they turned out. Oh my goodness. I am so happy with how this roll came out. Let me know which of these shots was your favorite, and I am so excited to bring this camera with me on our big Midwest road trip. It's gonna be so much fun. Okay, now we're grabbing a quick bite to eat at In-N-Out Burger, where you can always get a delicious protein-style hamburger. While we enjoy that, let's recap today's finds and showcase a few other items currently available on pickerroad.com. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you always know when an episode premieres. Also, please check out pickerroad.com, where you can purchase many of the fun items we've found on our adventures. And don't forget, you can now support my father Gary on his quest to get a muscle car using nothing but glowy glass. Lastly, please leave a comment. We read all of them, and we love interacting with you, because we always want you to join the journey.